Nilesh Ji, I've had the opportunity to interact with the Gurukulam children. How did you feel?
Well, I get opportunity to travel around the world, and I lecture a lot to colleges, universities, schools. So that is the context in which I can share my thoughts. This interaction with student was exceptional. And what I would say is, for example, when you look at their ages, in fact, I was making a point to ask how old are they and what grade they are studying. And the reason I was asking is just sheerly looking at their overall maturity. Let it be the knowledge. And I was talking to the teachers and I said, I don't know how good they are in multiplication because I haven't asked them those questions, but just the confidence with which they interact, and not when I initiate the interaction. Without me initiating interaction, they will come. And this is across, right from the length and breadth, like, from the 8-year-old to whoever is the eldermost there. The other maturity, which I don't know if we have a good measurement for that is you sense it, you almost perceive it at a subjective level, but that was also amazing. And so it's a exceptional. That's one. Now, as a segue for that, what I found in America, for example, in an Indian community, you can say, there are these Sunday schools where they don't get to come for the whole week. Just like here, they are 24/7, 7 days a week. They are right here, which is, of course, has its own benefits. But even when that is not possible, even in America, I have seen those students, say within Indian community, just limiting to Indian community for now, those who come to the Sunday school, and if I interact with them, and I do get to interact because I get invited for these summer programs, their behavior, their maturity is also very different than the rest of the Indian kids.
Amazing.
Right? And so now multiply that effect, and this is for those who may be watching this in America. So think of the effect of that only Sunday school once a week. Multiply that, I don't know by what number, maybe a factor of 1,000, and then you have got Anaadi Gurukula.
Yes, sir. That's a great compliment coming from Nilesh Ji. The Anaadi Dharma Gurukulam, we started in 2021. Our children also study here. And there are children from various parts of the country. So the motivation for this started when we were professors. I and Shri Anantalakshmi, we were professors. And there we used to have thousands of students coming home. So we used to have an open door policy. So morning 4 to night 12, it would be open. And apart from our lecture schedule and so on, students would walk in for, maybe yogasana or Vedanta or, drama, art. It could be playing with children, or it could also be just hanging out. So whatever their motivation to come home, we were okay with it. And in the process, we got to know the students better and better. And what we felt was that if we look at a range of questions that they ask, the questions about computer science or their engineering subjects was very minimal. The questions were largely about life. What is the purpose of my life? What am I doing? Why am I here? All range of questions. And there we felt that education has to have components, content, which addresses this in a systematic manner. And it cannot be just ad hoc content. If it is just ad hoc content, then they cannot follow it up. Then they would be dependent on us as teachers. But systematic content, we found that if we introduce courses on Indian knowledge systems, where the content which addresses states of mind, now regular content addresses more objective phenomena, while Indian knowledge systems addresses objective phenomena as well as subjective phenomena. So that spectrum of content becomes very important to be introduced to students. So at that time, we started introducing courses on Mahabharata, yoga, and such aspects, which help them clarify about concepts of Purushartha. What is the purpose of my life? You know, and that is an essential question that many people ask. Now we don't need to reach a midlife crisis to ask such questions. Generally people go through a midlife crisis and then they start asking questions. What am I doing here? What is the purpose of my life? Now that midlife crisis, the age for midlife crisis has started
going down.
Going down. It's as soon as even pre-teenage.
True.
We would say, many students, many children have this question. So that became a very prime motivation after we started Anaadi Foundation to start the Gurukula, because we don't need to wait until even engineering days or higher education to access such content, because higher education content is one level, but we need to start much earlier so that children are motivated in pursuit of knowledge, in pursuit of dharma, in pursuit of truth. And that also builds, say, livelihood skills, other skills, where they feel a fulfilled life coming here onto this life experience is very much possible. Not as an ad hoc phenomenon where we go through immense suffering and then we start asking, a few people start asking questions and then they suffer even further before they figure out something for themselves. But how can this be part of formal education? And there, Indian knowledge system very much offers it. So that became one of the reasonings. Also, one other motivation was everyone looks at progress. They want accessible format for progress. So we started seeing that progress reports carry subjects and marks. But that does not do justice, because with that, they again project further onto their higher education, then their jobs, their lives itself, and starts applying such unidimensional metrics to their own idea of progress. Is their life progressing? Yes, my bank balance is growing and hence I'm progressing. But then that kind of a mapping comes into serious question, because everyone is intelligent. Everyone figures out, hey, my career growth does not reflect in my level of health or happiness or well-being or even societal consciousness. Am I contributing to society? And hence we started looking at how to grow this idea of progress itself. There we consulted the Upanishads and we were motivated by the Panchakoshiya Vikas, Panchakosha framework, where Annamaya Kosha, what is the frequency of you falling sick, for example? It can be measured. It's a measurable outcome as a framework of progress. Pranamaya Kosha, are you energetic throughout the day, which allows you to participate wholeheartedly in your life process? Because low prana means, your participation decreases, and that way idea of fulfillment also decreases. Then Manomaya Kosha, the mind, feelings, sentiments, emotions. Am I loving, caring, compassionate, harmonious with people and other living beings around me? That also becomes very important for future success. Vijnanamaya Kosha, anyhow, knowledge is important, subjects are important. And there can we have frameworks by which it's not just marks, which is like averaged out, because current mark system, if we say grading patterns, are averaged out phenomena, more like statistical significance. More, how can it be personalized? Because the idea of growth and knowledge. And Anandamaya Kosha, everything said and done, everyone wishes to be happy. So am I fulfilled? Am I happy? So all these became very important guiding principles, and hence we started, in the Gurukulam, we started focusing on such principles, where it's rigorous principles by which the student can self-evaluate, the peers can evaluate, and the acharya can also evaluate, and the parents can also evaluate. Because now there is this robust framework for evaluation. Otherwise, evaluation of success was limited to, subjects, marks, and then everyone feels there is something missing, but they are not able to place a tab on it. But this Panchakosha framework provides a very robust mechanism for evaluating frameworks of progress. So these became, very important for us to be able to show a model, a working model. And that's how we, envisaged and started working towards this Gurukula.